Okay, it's May 30th, 2023. I'm Todd and this is the latest video in my lobster roll review series. I just left downtown Southwest Harbor here at 2:48 p.m. and we're headed over to Charlotte's Lobster, which is in the Manset seawall section of the Southwest Harbor. And what we're going to do is we've driven through downtown and we're heading west on Route 102. We're going to go past the end of the harbor and turn left on Route 102A, which will eventually take us out to the seawall section of Acadia National Park. And it is going to be about 2 miles, maybe a little more, from downtown Southwest Harbor to Charlotte's Lobster, which is a small takeout place. It's been there for either 3 or 4 years, and it has, I believe, a pretty good reputation. So today we're going to find out how good their lobster roll is. So our turn is right up here, and once we make the turn, it's probably a mile and a half or so out to Charlotte's. So here's our turn. We just went past the west end of Southwest Harbor and we're turning onto Route 102A. And as I said, this will take us over to the seawall section of Acadia National Park if we continue past Charlotte's. So, alright, I'm gonna come back when we get a little bit closer. It is foggy and rainy today, as you can see from the windshield, so I'm not gonna subject you to watching rain accumulate on the windshield. Okay, we're getting close. One thing that this particular place is good for is if you want to have a picnic lunch out at the seawall area of Acadia National Park, Charlotte's is a good spot to stop and pick up something to eat. It's right here. So I'm going to pull in and park and we'll see what we can do about getting some lobster roll. Okay, here is their menu. Lobster rolls are market priced here, so I guess I'll buy it and find out how much it is after that. They do sell a grilled cheese and lobster sandwich though. So let me order a lobster roll and find out how much it's going to cost and how long it's going to take. Well, place my order. Here's a view of Charlotte's legendary lobster pound here in the Manset part of Southwest Harbor. And it's they have outside seating here, but as I said, about 3/4 of a mile down the road is the seawall section of Acadia National Park with its nice oceanside picnic area where you can take your meal and eat it. And the lobster roll was $29.95 with tax $31 and change. So a little more expensive than some places, a little less than others. And I'll go over that in more detail when I get ready to eat the lobster roll. It took 6.5 minutes to get here from downtown Southwest Harbor. They have covered seating around the other side where you can wait, and or you can sit out here and they do call your name when they're ready for you to pick your meal up over here. So I'm waiting and see how long it takes. Been 4 minutes so far. Alright, I just pulled out of Charlotte's. It took about 6 minutes to get my order, which wasn't bad. And as you can see, it's raining again, a little harder. And I'm headed out toward the Acadia National Park picnic area, so I'd show you how far it actually is. It turned out to be about just under 2 miles here from downtown Southwest Harbor, and as I said, it took me 6.5 minutes to get here. So it wasn't bad. Sorry about the rain, but we're just about at the picnic area. Not a good day to do a picnic out here though, as I'm about to go into Acadia National Park. The picnic area is just another couple hundred yards up the road, but I'm going to stop and film it. All right, here's the lobster roll. It's got a packet of potato chips, a quarter of a dill pickle, and the lobster roll. This is a 4-ounce lobster roll. It's on the standard New England bun, which is toasted. And this, of course, is the classic, which is made with just a little mayo. So I'm going to cut this in half so that my co-taster can sample it, and I can sample it as well, and we'll give you our opinions. It looks like it's not bad. It's got quite a bit of lobster on it, a lot of claw meat, and some knuckle meat, and there may be some tail down underneath. I'll find out when I eat it. The one thing I noticed about Charlotte's lobster roll as I was eating it is that the individual pieces of lobster, the claw meat in particular, were from much smaller lobsters than was the case with the lobster rolls I've had from Thurston's, Beals, and Archie's. So Charlotte was using, at least for this lobster roll, and I am in a way sort of generalizing from a sample of one, was using smaller lobsters to make the lobster roll. Now, here's my half, and it's a little lettuce on the bottom. And let's see how this tastes. It's got more mayo on it than Beals, but not as much as Archie's. I think it's pretty good. It's a little bit more mayo than I like, but it's not too much. Let's try the pickle. This is more of a kosher dill. It's not as salty as the ones we were getting before. And the chips. The chips are the kettle cooked style, and they're not super greasy. So, overall, a pretty good lobster roll. The lobster seems nice and fresh. It doesn't seem to have been sitting around for long, so I'm satisfied with that. And it's a fair amount of lobster. I'd say quarter-pound lobster roll. They also had a half-pound lobster roll. I don't know how much that was because it is, of course, market price. Here's my co-taster. She's going to give this lobster roll a bite.
I can't get to the roll from the lobster.
Too much lobster to get into the actual bun. Well, that's one thing that you have to deal with sometimes with a lobster roll. So, what do you think?
Well, it's very chewy. It seems somewhat soft, the lobster.
Yep.
There, I got a good bun. Bun's okay.
So what's your overall view of this lobster roll?
Well, it's sort of limp. Yeah, the lobster itself is quite chewy, but also somewhat limp.
Ah, well, there we have it.
So, chips are good. Pickle is good too.
Yeah. Okay, so that is Charlotte's legendary lobster pounds, quarter-pound classic lobster roll. Short drive, about 6.5 minutes from downtown Southwest Harbor, and only a couple minutes from the Seawall picnic area in Acadia National Park if you want to pick up your lobster roll and have a picnic on the edge of the ocean. Okay, hopefully this gives you a good idea of what to expect at Charlotte's, and we'll be back next week with yet another lobster roll review. Thanks for watching.